want to. I'm afraid, or
Afraid of it.
they're yeah.
Mm-hmm. But he reminds us that when we are in despair and we're moving along and we figure that um, all of these people are succeeding, all of these people who don't represent God, who are evil in their intention, in their imaginations. And this Psalms reminds us that the Lord is our fortress. He's the one who will fortify us. He's the one that will cause us to become all of what we need to be and just to keep pressing. Because some of the times in a minute, you can despair.
Who are you telling that to?
You can't despair. May talk to me. The Lord is
Lord of mercy.
my fortress, my God.
Percival, you're talking to somebody who I think I probably know more despair than I know joy.
Mm-hmm.
In the last 17 years of my life.
Okay.
I mean, if I look back, I can't find a close to hand memory of something that just happened, was an explosion of joyfulness, and that's it.
Yeah, learn it.
If it's good today, believe me, by tomorrow the raiders, the Midianites are all over it.
But you stand up like a Gideon and say no.
So you have to find it.
But you know,
take your wheat to the wine press.
Yeah. Yeah. So when doubts fill my mind, your comfort gave me renewed hope and cheer. And this is important. I met somebody yesterday. Can unjust leaders claim that God is on their side? Leaders who decrees permit injustice. And this is, I'm speaking to the persons who seek to do things and they are saying, oh man, it's a God thing. But
ask the question again. Can unjust leaders claim that God is on their side?
Leaders whose decrees permit injustice. They gang up against the righteous and condemn the innocent to death.
So we know God is never on the side of unjust leaders, never on their side. Never. And God can't be on both sides.
No, he doesn't both.
I shouldn't say can't be when we say can't. Some people say, you limit God. But God is not on both sides. God's character is clear, and we don't, for cute arguments, put him into human situations because we want to make a point.
Yeah. But the Lord is my fortress. And I see all of that. My God is the mighty rock where I hide. God will turn the sins of evil people back on them. He will destroy them for their sins. Lord our God will destroy them. Why, David? David was really David.
David said, I encouraged myself in the Lord. Yeah. That's some of the encouragement. You have to encourage yourself. Hey, that's one of my favorite scripture, just those words. And David encouraged himself in the Lord. I'm like, oh God, I really need to be encouraged right now. How do you encourage yourself in the Lord? It goes back to what you and I were saying yesterday about what's in a name. Mm-hmm. The name of the Lord is a strong tower. It is a strong tower because you can encourage yourself. You're there saying, like, there are some positive affirmations that people chant in the mornings, in the night, whenever they're under stress. There are some things that, they say to themselves, well, I am the greatest, or I am the best, or I am a winner, or whatever the things are that remind you that although you are down now and there's dust on your face, that this is not where you end. This is just a place from which you rise. So there are some affirmations that people say, encouraging themselves.
In the Lord.
No, not in the Lord yet. This is the world. We do this. The same thing is done. I mean, I remember on Sunday, Lowell was delivering the message and speaking about how much people in the world use motivational speakers and positive affirmations to keep themselves on target to accomplish whatever commercial objective is set. The financial industry, insurance sector in particular, is big on it. They have all these conferences and these awards and things that keep you aspiring to move higher and higher. And at the back of it, aside from the great feeling you get with your plaques and your trophies and whatnot, that's the spiritual. That's the spiritual side of it. How it builds you personally. But on the material side, a lot of money is made by all these people out there, even the ones who don't get the trophy. In fact, the ones cumulatively, those who don't get the trophy will produce more than the one who gets the trophy.
Yeah.
Because you will have 1,000 people vying for one trophy, and 999 of them hit high levels of production. One person hit the highest. Okay. But the cumulative value of the 999 work is what moves. Absolutely. Yes, it's like when you see the various competitions where you have to call and vote. The calling and the voting for those who lose is of high value. They could easily say to the one who wins, whatever your people make, you keep that. True. So if people call and if you generate $150,000 of call revenue.
That's yours.
That's yours. That can easily be yours because the other 40 people in the competition who each person generate 100 for argument's sake. Do you see how it works?
They're happy.
They keep that because they don't have to share that with anybody. Only the winner gets to take a purse. So you can see that there is a lot of commercial benefit to how we use these motivational
self-affirmation
and the affirmations to keep people juiced up and producing at a high rate. David's struggle, however, was not of that order. Didn't matter if he made a lot of money or little money or whatever. He had come home to find that his family was gone. The family of all his men were gone. It was the Ziklag moment. And worse yet, his own people stood him
and say, "Are you? Because are you?
It's you.
It's you.
Your fault." So he was losing reputation. He had lost family, was losing reputation, and he was the man with the promise to be king. So bad enough that your throne is over there, not quite ready for you. And the life that you have built while you're waiting. Yes, because people were coming to him. He was building an army, and it was only his own principle and knowledge of things that he said, no, I will not take it by force, because to do so would be to dishonor the anointed of the Lord. I'll wait my turn. And his turn was almost 20 years. What was it, 17?
It was, it's a long time.
It was a long time. It is like my 17 years I just made a connection there. So when you're kind of in that space, that afflict you can't be addressed by standing up and off or whatever chant you might make. You do what David did.
Encourage himself.
You encourage yourself in the Lord. And in so doing, you go to the name of the Lord as the strong tower that it is, and you find out what is it in him that will sustain me during this time. He's the one that says, come and buy food without money.
That's what
Say, now the money, you're ripe for the taking. That's your place. Yeah. Come and buy food without money.
That's it.
Yeah. We're at is it 7 o'clock?
7 o'clock. Almost here.
Yeah, we're almost
just to encourage us this morning, know that with all of what happens, there is a place in God for every single one of us. It speaks about his fortress. And he restoring us in that place. So you can be restored. But even as you're being restored, he's dealing with your enemies for you. Is that interesting?
As long as you are alive, you can be restored. Yeah. I'm speaking this word because when we come back, we will talk about what next for those who are definitely caught in the crosshairs now, like those 6 parliamentarians who are under investigation for illicit enrichment. Another 17 or so are being questioned. The truth is, a lot of that is happening now. So you feel that the noose is tightening. You're at that place where you have to make a call. Choose ye this day. Isn't it great to know that you can get on the right side of things? The thief on the cross, right beside Jesus, in the last minute, he got on the right side. So we're going to talk about redemption, repentance and redemption, even in the face of extreme judgment.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
we'll come back.
Break.
You're simply the best. You're simply the best.
Best FM 100 on your dial. Keep listening.
The start of the new school year is fast approaching, with a little over 2 weeks to go before the end of the summer holiday period. By now, some students might have started to wish that the summer holiday was longer or had just begun. Parents, school administration, the education ministry, and bus drivers are some of the stakeholders who are readying themselves for September morning. Another interest group whose work is particularly important at this time is that of public health inspectors, who play a vital role in ensuring a safe school environment for students and staff. Public health inspectors carry out extensive checks at both public and private schools at least once per quarter to safeguard the health and safety of the school population. President of the Jamaica Association of Public Health Inspectors, Jaffe Michael Miles, says schools are classified as high-risk areas and are visited up to 4 times per year.
When we inspect a school, we ensure that the sanitary facilities are present and working, functional. The inspector will inspect the premises to ensure that the school has running water, number one, and that the water is safe and potable. When I say safe and potable, it means that the chlorine residual is present of about 0.2 parts per million to ensure the killing of microbes, whether it's in the tank or in the line of the pipe. So the water must have a chlorine residual to address any breach in the line in terms of the service provided, the water service that is provided.
Along with the water inspections, schools are examined to ensure proper functional sanitary facilities such as toilets. The public health inspector adds that checks are done to ensure food hygiene and pest management at the canteen or tuck shop.
If they have a canteen, that the canteen is meshed, pest-proof, and it's certified by the health department. And the compound is kept in a sanitary manner. This includes the provision of solid waste receptacles to ensure or prevent the harborage of pests, include rodents, cockroach, etc. That will pose a risk of contamination to food or a risk of any disease transmission to the children and teachers or staff at that facility.
Additionally, Mr. Miles shares that public health inspectors conduct physical plant assessments to include checks for adequate lighting, emergency exits, and accessibility for students with disabilities.
We ensure that there is no overcrowding, walls are painted, the lighting is adequate for the students, there is a sick bay, there is appropriate recognition for exit and safety measures. Fire extinguishers must be present and well serviced or recently serviced. The establishment of signs in the case of fire or any other disaster with the identification of assembly points, entrance, exits, emergency doors in cases where we have corridors to ensure that there are provisions for disabilities and provision for safety in terms of rails to prevent accidents and injury.
The president of the Association of Public Health Inspectors notes that if there is a breach identified at a school, that institution could be visited up to 3 times for a quarter.
These high-risk areas are inspected at least once per quarter, a minimum of 1. So a school may get 2 visits within a quarter depending on the conditions that are present. If the first inspection was done and a breach was found, then they would require a follow-up visit within the time period that is given to address the situation. And so a school may receive 2 visits, even 3 visits for a quarter, but the minimum per quarter for a school is 1 visit.
President of the Jamaica Association of Public Health Inspectors, Jaffe Michael Miles. That's it for today's feature. Thanks for listening. I'm Cheryl Johnson Hamilton.
and guardians, prevent the summer slide. Make learning fun this summer for every child. Join the Corner Shop Challenge and Summer Spark Initiative. Visit at UNICEF Jamaica on social media and unicef.org to learn more. Don't let our children slide away from learning this summer. Enjoy fun games and quizzes. Play and learn together. Be sure to scan the QR code to get our Learning Passport platform for more great educational content. A message from UNICEF and Digital Foundation, supporting the Education Ministry and Early Childhood Commission, preventing the summer slide.
A production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.
Our world is changing rapidly, and our most valuable resource will be our teachers. They are the key to preparing us for the future. The government of Jamaica is investing in education teachers through scholarships in the field of STEM studies, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Apply for a STEM scholarship for the opportunity to get qualified to pursue a rewarding career as a STEM teacher. Find out more at www.mof.gov.jm/scholarships. Sign up for a STEM scholarship today. Conditions apply.
Veteran Printers for all your printing needs. We specialize in calendars, flyers, brochures, and more. Call us today at 968-7506. That's 968-7506. Or visit us at 4 East Bloomsbury Road, off Haggard Park Road. Veteran Printers, your best choice in printing.
What should a taxi service do for you? On-Time Taxi Service is more than just a ride to the other side of town. They offer clean and spacious vehicles, reliable service, and promise to always look out for their customers. They'll come when you call and take you where you want to go on time.
From anywhere you can call us at 926-3866.
We are something special on the road.
Looking to clean your vehicle super clean? 123 Clean Car Wash, located at 2 1/4 Osborne Road, Kingston 10. Entrance on Grove Road, below.
Service including free island-wide delivery. See all major credit and debit cards accepted. It's ABC Electrical Sales, shop number 8, Hagley Park Plaza, Kingston 10. Open Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., Saturday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m.